For those of you that just cannot live without how-to videos, I'm here for you. I know most of you have subscribed just for a few videos of mine, and that's okay. I guess it's because of my winning personality and my on-screen prompts to subscribe to the channel, and you're here to learn about stuff. Now, I did put out one of my best viewed, watched videos was RV roof repair, in which I repaired an area in the front of the RV right up here in the corner, and it was leaking, and it ended up rotting out this piece of wood. That was about 10 years ago. I ended up peeling back the vinyl, the rubber roof, EPDM roof, and replacing the wood. I replaced some wet insulation in here, and replaced a piece of OSB, it's about a ½ inch, and then glued it back down. After that time, this is a 2004 RV, and the entire EPDM roof just lost its, it was gone. It started ripping and tearing, and I came up on the roof, and there was a big hole right here in the roofing that was just torn off. What little EPDM was left, all the white had worn off of it, and it was just black, just black rubber and just falling apart. It had lived its life. So 2004 to 2000 and about 2020 is how long that lasted. I ordered some more EPDM roofing on Amazon. Big mistake. Big mistake. You can see this piece of it left here that I didn't peel off. I got a 40-foot roll. My roof length is right at 36 feet on this RV. I got a 40-foot roll of that. I waited until the weather was good, and I came up, peeled off the old EPDM roofing, and put the new roofing down. Flash forward about 18 months, and we had a hurricane come in. Hurricanes in Southern California are very rare, but we did have that one come in. You may remember it on the news, and it ended up coming up through the Baja into Arizona to the east of us here, and then pushing weather this way. So we got very strong winds and a lot of rain, and I thought to myself, well, that's great. I got a new roof on, so I'm covered. And the wind started picking up the day the storm hit this area, and I was walking outside, and I looked up on the roof, and I saw something flapping. So I climbed up the ladder, and that entire EPDM rubber roof, in 18 months, the UV had totally destroyed it. Alright guys, I want to show you some of this EPDM roofing. You can see this is the part right here that was under the trim rail on the side, and this has been sitting outside for another year beyond the 18 months where I found out it was destroyed. This is 20 mil EPDM roofing. Again, this has been outside, so I'm giving them extreme benefit of the doubt. Now, this is not EPDM. I don't know what this is, but look at this. This is 2 years old, and that's what this stuff was doing on the roof. It was just gator cracking. It was just gator skin up there. It just completely fell apart. Just total garbage. Maybe you can kind of see the texture side. The instructions say that you could put the either side down, have the slick side up or the textured side up, but just this stuff is just wow garbage. And at some point I got that on Amazon, and the place I got it, I think, was called Custom Coachworks. So they do not get 5 stars from me. And actually, I tried to go back on Amazon and give a bad review of that product, and because it had been so long since I purchased it, they wouldn't let me. little insight here. The only thing Amazon cares about on the reviews is, did you get the product on time and was it damaged? Because that's all Amazon is now, is a shipper. You know, they're a middleman between these people selling you stuff. Anyway, that was a terrible roof. So then I was in trouble. All I could do was run down to Home Depot and pick up a product that I have hated for at least 20 years. A friend of mine was a glazier, and he put windows in high-rise buildings. And those windows are only held in place by the adhesive sealant that also keeps the water out. So you got all these super high winds at 30, 40 stories above the ground, and that sealant is staying in there. And he said silicone was garbage. You either need butyl or polyurethane. Those are the only two good sealant that he would ever recommend. And the second thing, if you don't know, once you put silicone on something, you have to completely remove the silicone to get anything else to stick to it. So back to this major screw up here. I went and got $500 worth of a 5-gallon bucket of the best silicone roofing sealant I could find on short notice, because I had to get this sealed up because of the weather, and came up and started trying to paint the bare OSB, and it turned out terrible. The worst part about this is I can't put anything over the top of the silicone because nothing will stick to it. So once this stuff is cured, even their own product won't stick to it anymore. I've got to tear all this OSB off, the whole roof. I've got to take everything off the roof, take all the wood down to the frame, and replace it all and put a new roof on here. And I think I'm going to go with fiberglass. One thing I didn't mention is that now I've got all of the screws that hold the wood down totally covered in silicone. So it's going to be a big project to get all this wood off, but it's got to be done. There will be other projects involved in this, because I'm getting rid of the roof air conditioner, and I'm getting rid of everything I can get rid of on here. Going to try to shorten these vents, and I am going to cover this entire roof with 650 watt solar panels from the front to the back, and that's going to end up being 8 panels for me, and it'll go right to the edge of the ladder. But I'm going to get rid of all these vents. I'm going to get rid of this skylight. I'm going to get rid of this refrigerator vent, or at least bring it down, because this is all going to be covered in solar panels, and that should give me about 5,000 watts of solar. These are bifacial panels, so the white under the roof, even though it's only going to be about 1.5 inches high over the top of the roof, I will get some bifacial reflection from the roof itself, and plus it will streamline the RV. As I said, the rooftop air conditioner is going away, and I'm going to put a 1.5 ton mini split in the RV. I'm going to mount it down in the front, and then the cassette unit that goes inside is going to be right up there in the living room, blowing down. Instead of mounted on the wall, it'll be mounted on the ceiling. There's some upcoming events that are going to happen soon. Till then, guys, hang in there. There is more RV repair how-to stuff coming, and a very big project for me.